This is TechCrunch. AI web crawling bots are the cockroaches of the internet, many software developers believe. Some devs have started fighting back in ingenious, often humorous ways. While any website might be targeted by bad crawler behavior, sometimes taking down the site, open source developers are disproportionately impacted, writes Niccolo Venerandi, developer of a Linux desktop known as Plasma and owner of the blog Libre News. By their nature, sites hosting free and open source FOSS projects share more of their infrastructure publicly, and they also tend to have fewer resources than commercial products. The issue is that many AI bots don't honor the robots exclusion protocol robot.txt file, the tool that tells bots what not to crawl, originally created for search engine bots. In a Cry for Help blog post in January, FOSS developer Z also described how Amazon bot relentlessly pounded on a Git server website to the point of causing DDoS outages. Git servers host FOSS projects so that anyone who wants can download the code or contribute to it. But this bot ignored IASO's robot.txt, hid behind other IP addresses, and pretended to be other users, IASO said. It's futile to block AI crawler bots because they lie, change their user agent, use residential IP addresses as proxies, and more, IASO lamented. They will scrape your site until it falls over, and then they will scrape it some more. They will click every link on every link on every link, viewing the same pages over and over and over and over. Some of them will even click on the same link multiple times in the same second, the developer wrote in the post. So I also fought back with cleverness, building a tool called Anubis. Anubis is a reverse proxy proof-of-work check that must be passed before requests are allowed to hit a Git server. It blocks bots, but lets through browsers operated by humans. The funny part? Anubis is the name of a god in Egyptian mythology who leads the dead to judgment. Anubis weighed your soul, heart, and if it was heavier than a feather, your heart got eaten and you, mega died. I also told TechCrunch, if a web request passes the challenge and is determined to be human, a cute anime picture announces success. The drawing is my take on anthropomorphizing Anubis, says IASO. If it's a bot, the request gets denied. The Riley-named project has spread like the wind among the FOSS community. I also shared it on GitHub on March 19th, and in just a few days it collected 2,000 stars, 20 contributors, and 39 forks. The instant popularity of Anubis shows that IASO's pain is not unique. In fact, Venerandi shared story after story. Founder CEO of SourceHut, Drew DeVault, described spending from 20 to 100% of my time in any given week mitigating hyper-aggressive LLM crawlers at scale and experiencing dozens of brief outages per week. Jonathan Corbett, a famed FOSS developer who runs the Linux industry news site LWN, warned that his site was being slowed by DDoS-level traffic from AI scraper bots. Kevin Fenzi, the sysadmin of the enormous Linux Fedora project, said the AI scraper bots had gotten so aggressive he had to block the entire country of Brazil from access. Venerandi tells TechCrunch that he knows of multiple other projects experiencing the same issues. One of them had to temporarily ban all Chinese IP addresses at one point. Let that sink in for a moment, that developers even have to turn to banning entire countries just to fend off AI bots that ignore robot.txt files, says Venerandi. Beyond weighing the soul of a web requester, other devs believe vengeance is the best defense. A few days ago on Hacker News, user XYZal suggested loading robot.txt forbidden pages with a bucket load of articles on the benefits of drinking bleach or articles about positive effect of catching measles on performance in bed. I think we need to aim for the bots to get negative utility value from visiting our traps, not just zero value, XYZal explained. As it happens in January, an anonymous creator known as Aaron released a tool called Nepenthes that aims to do exactly that. It traps crawlers in an endless maze of fake content, a goal that the dev admitted to Ars Technica is aggressive if not downright malicious. The tool is named after a carnivorous plant. And Cloudflare, perhaps the biggest commercial player offering several tools to fend off AI crawlers, last week released a similar tool called AI Labyrinth. It's intended to slow down, confuse, and waste the resources of AI crawlers and other bots that don't respect no-crawl directives, Cloudflare described in its blog post. Cloudflare said it feeds misbehaving AI crawlers irrelevant content rather than extracting your legitimate website data. SourceHut's DeVault told TechCrunch that Nepenthes has a satisfying sense of justice to it, since it feeds nonsense to the crawlers and poisons their wells, but ultimately Anubis is the solution that worked for his site. But DeVault also issued a public, heartfelt plea for a more direct fix. Please stop legitimizing LLMs or AI image generators or GitHub Copilot or any of this garbage. I am begging you to stop using them, stop talking about them, stop making new ones, just stop. Since the likelihood of that is zilch, developers, particularly in FOSS, are fighting back with cleverness and a touch of humor.